Oh, man.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo, end of the year.
End of the year. This is it. 2 days after Christmas. How's
Holiday
everybody
hecky decky in the building.
Feels like he's about to do something.
All my holiday joy and cheer is
You done? It's spent.
Drained.
it's gone.
You're all done with
Done. You have
I have no
left?
more jolly holly feelings.
They
inside
suck the
of me.
holidays out
What
of
about
man,
Molly Holly?
it. I'm holiday cheered out. I got my holiday shirt on. I got my.
Yeah, I don't
You
want to
have
hear no
Fanatics
more.
pants on?
Oh yeah, it's Fanatics.
And he's wearing
Dude, it's
red.
amazing.
He's wearing red shoes and green pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, you mess with the Fanatics. They give you like 85% off when you sign up with them, and then
That's
you just
Fabletics.
That's
Fabletics, not
Fabletics.
Fanatics.
Fabletics. Yeah.
Same shit, right?
Yeah, but you just keep signing up under different emails,
Yeah, and they give you a
and
million
then
dollars
canceling
off.
your subscription.
Yeah,
Well, you
Kevin
know
Hart,
what?
Kevin Hart's
Guys.
not onto it.
Fashion
Enough
Nova
of that.
men.
He don't need my money.
Welcome to the SVW podcast. My name is Roman. I'm here with Heck,
Yo, yo.
Woody,
Yes, sir.
and Gunky, a.k.a. The Gunk.
What's going on?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a huge episode for you guys today.
Monstrous.
First up, we're going to talk Suplexies, the awards ceremony.
The
Award ceremony you
Suplexes!
didn't know existed, and you didn't know you needed. Guys, I'm really excited for this.
I know. I wish we could have workshopped the name a little bit more before
You know
Heck
what?
just made it official. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
look.
official. Suplexies.
It's beautiful.
I mean, it's been on Instagram and it's been everywhere.
It rolls right off the tongue.
It really
Suplex.
It really does. It really rolls off the tongue. And we have a lot of really exciting categories this year. We're going to talk signing of the year. We're going to talk feud of the year, hater of the year. I'm very excited for
The
that.
inaugural Suplexies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Heel Heat Award, men's champion, men's wrestler of the year, women's wrestler of the year. We got a lot of stuff going on.
This was all
Suplexies?
voted on by you guys.
Yeah.
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 We decided
You have no one to blame but yourself.
The
Yeah,
only
we-
thing we chose were the participants.
Yes.
We chose the nominees. You guys picked the winners. I thought we should have chose the winners too because I didn't know you guys could be trusted to do this. But you know what? You guys did a pretty good job. Better than I expected. I would say better than I
Yeah.
expected.
Yeah.
Suplexies kind of sounds like a drug, like a drug you hear a commercial for, like that old women need to take. Like, if you take Suplexies, make sure you don't take other drugs. Like,
Side
your-
effects may include explosive diarrhea, anal leakage, suicide, death.
Yeah.
Ask
like,
your
I don't-
doctor about Suplexies today.
Yeah.
Pregnant women should not take Suplexies.
We're also going to talk about a little bit about Netflix. We were talking a little bit before before the podcast about Netflix maybe doing some other shows, some other ventures into this whole wrestling cinematic
should.
universe,
They
if you
should
will,
be.
as they should be, and that's what we're going
I
to
got
discuss
tricked.
today. Yeah, Woody got tricked by
Tricked
some,
by AI.
yeah, some
Damn.
AI stuff, but it brought up a very interesting topic of conversation, so we're going to get into that. After that, AEW Rampage is gone.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Pretty wild. I mean,
That was the best Christmas gift I got.
So young, so much promise.
yeah, it's interesting that that happens. I guess it's happened to WWE as
That's
well.
the way the cookie crumbles.
It sure is. It sure is.
Rampage is with
Christmas
the
cookie
Angels now.
crumbles. Yeah, Rampage is with the Angels now.
Up there with Nitro and Hardcore TV and all the other great
Yeah.
weekly episodic wrestling television programs.
That's like we should do a
Thunder.
Meme. We should do a meme like the Harambe Jones.
Yeah,
like,
but it's just
come
like
with us. It's like
it's
all
like
the
Heat.
guys in heaven.
It's Heat and it's Hardcore TV.
Yeah,
it's
Saturday Night's Main Event.
Nitro.
Well, it's just not.
They're
it's
back
not
from the
anymore.
dead,
Now they're
baby.
back from the dead. They're back from the dead. After that, we're going to talk about your favorite Irish wrestler, Ricochet,
So shy.
having a very unfortunate
Top of the morning.
toilet paper incident at the Hammerstein Ballroom, and just kind of his a couple unfortunate things about him, including his promos.
And of course, we got our quick hits at the end.
Yeah, I was going to say. I was waiting for somebody to do it. And then, of course, at the end of the show, we got some quick hits, a couple of things. We got a new Kane alert on the scene. We got a huge wrestler, no pun intended, debuting in Japan. And, of course, we've got our question of the week. But before we talk about all that stuff, we had a big weekend this past weekend. The Sandman and the rest of the guys from the Sandman podcast came by. They recorded a live Q&A. They had a little meet and greet. And then we had a pretty awesome after party, a little Christmas party.
Roman got caked.
Yeah, I got caked. You can watch it all now on our vlog, which is out now. at our
Everyone's
new
always
YouTube
caked
channel.
up, though. You know.
Got that cake.
But yeah, I don't know. I had a great time. What do you guys think?
It was the funnest time. Obviously, as you can tell, Sandman comes to the fucking ring drinking beers, so there were beers there.
Beers were fun.
Hack was the madman himself,
Yeah.
but it was a great time. Fucking him and John were dancing.
Oh, that was incredible.
John had his own party. Brown John had the phone, and he had the Cupid shuffle on.
Yeah.
And he definitely had contact high.
Yes, there was gimmicks being. I was gonna say there was gimmicks being passed around.
Yeah,
there
he
was
definitely
smoke in the air, and I think John might have got a little secondhand high. Because
I love towards the end of the day, Sandman was getting a little loose. You know what I mean? He was getting real talkative with people, and so just like random people would be like, I was trying to leave towards the end of it, and he like, hey, hold on. And we started talking about like real estate. I was like,
Sandman giving you real estate.
I was like, hell yeah! Well, I don't know what is going on right now, and I'm so for this.
Well, he was dragging me out there every time he was smoking cigarettes. So like me and him were talking about everything.
Were you doing cigs?
No, I was not doing cigs.
You promised last week on this podcast that you would do a cig.
Well, he never really passed it to me, and I don't.
Well, you don't pass a
don't pass
cig.
cig.
I didn't have a cig.
Yeah, let
I
me
don't
hit
smoke
that.
cigs.
You can
Let me
ask
hit
him
that.
and be like, yo, let me get one, bro.
Let me bum one.
I'm sure he would have obliged.
Yeah, I don't want to take any Sandman's cigs.
Pass the cig, bro.
But yeah,
You're bogarting that
Rotation.
cig.
we were talking
Rotation.
presidents.
Puff, puff,
Nice.
pass.
We were talking presidents. We were talking music.
That's
It was
awesome.
pretty sick. Yeah, that
Yeah,
guy,
he's a
that guy
big-
knows a shit ton about everything.
Yeah, he's a big history buff. He's really, he's a smart guy. He's a really smart guy.
It was such a fun event. We obviously were selling the Sandman all over print tee.
Yes, still available, by the way.
There are a few left.
Few
We have
left, not many.
If you guys want to get that, it's on the website.
Use your Christmas Visa gift cards.
Everyone got a little Christmas cash, you know.
Yeah.
If they as long as you like were a child and they get like V-Bucks for Christmas, you probably got a little bit of Christmas cash.
Wow.
Oh, Roman, did you get V-Bucks for Christmas?
Sure did.
Did you ask for V-Bucks for
Sure
Christmas?
did.
Yeah, that's
Got what I asked
that
for.
man's engaged. That's one to let that know. This is the same person engaged is
Don't
also getting
care.
V-Bucks.
V-Bucks, baby.
I got a Ricochet figure for Christmas.
Yep.
And there you go.
These are adults that we work
It's
with.
the end of the rainbow.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was a great event in Sandman. Also, the Q&A went over great.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who came out. The people who asked the questions really helped kind of get that going.
Some guy drove all the way from Mechanicsburg.
Knew we had Heart Attack Rick
Yeah,
here.
Heart Attack Rick.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Heart Attack
Rick.
Rick was out here, and he was here from the whole fucking day.
Crazy.
He was there before we opened.
Yeah.
He was there to the end. That dude is a legend.
Shout out.
Shout out to Heart Attack
Heart
Rick.
Attack Rick.
Shout out to Heart Attack Rick.
Shout out to every single person that came through.
What about you? My name to Triple Bypass Heck.
That's actually fire.
It's actually not bad.
TBH.
TBH.
To be honest,
Uh-huh.
To be heck.
triple
We
bypass.
all
Heck.
wonder what that's like.
Yeah,
Bypass is one word, right?
Yeah.
It's like a dash.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it's just one word. Just one word
Yeah.
in general. Yeah. I mean, you thought bypassing was cool. Double it up. Shit, you still got to shit on Heck. You've done that 3 times. You gotta wait till you get to the 5 time. You're like 5 times. 5 time bypass.
I hope I don't get
Five
that.
time bypass.
God forbid he gets to 5
triple
times.
bypasses,
5 times.
right?
Not a
but
lot
yeah,
of people say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm eating a chocolate bar.
we had a great time. Right? Exactly. Yeah, the party was awesome. The Q&A was awesome. Huge shout out to everybody who came through. Thank you so much. And everybody who hung out for the party. We had such a great time.
It was a great way to kick off the holidays, really.
really was.
'Cause it was like, it's right before we really
Little
started getting into it.
Angelos.
Yeah, little Angelo.
I ate the
little
fuck out of some
Budweiser,
Angelos.
little Modelo, you know?
Some barbed wire Santa hats.
Yeah. What else could you really want?
Was
at a
there any
holiday party?
kendo stick shots?
Yeah, I was going to say.
He, a kid asked at the Q&A, said, yo, can I get one? He said no.
He choked me out with the kendo stick, but like politely.
Choking out is one
Politely.
thing.
Yeah.
Kendo shot is another, I suppose.
Exactly. Yeah. It's
But that's only for the man himself to know, I guess. But look, we are in the holiday spirit, of course. And I wanted to ask you guys, Christmas was 2 days ago. Did you guys get any wrestling stuff for Christmas?
I got an amazing WrestleMania piece of artwork that has basically written down on it every single WrestleMania championship match in the history of WrestleMania.
That's pretty sick.
All the way from 1 to 40, updated all the way to 40. And then the writing about kind of like makes a collage of wrestlers as well. So I'll be that shit's crazy. It's a really cool piece, and
That's awesome.
that's gonna go on the in the wrestling corner of the house between the belts and all the other things there.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
that's sick.
Very nice.
You say you got a Ricochet figure.
Yeah, I got a
here.
Ricochet figure. That's it.
The one thing I wanted, I didn't get.
What?
Tickets to WrestleMania.
You didn't get that? Oh.
No.
Well,
Man.
Santa was like, they cost too much.
How did how did your girl take the dumping of her because she didn't get you the tickets? Well, I'm assuming you left her because she didn't get you the tickets, right?
Oh yeah.
You were just like, it's over, babe.
Yeah, pretty much.
This was it.
It was a wrap. I was like, Happy New Year.
No tickets, huh?
Filthy
No
animal.
heck. You want it, you got to earn it. You know. You think Hecky Decky's for free?
She took me to Vegas one time. I was like, I want to go to Vegas one more time.
yeah, and this time for WrestleMania.
For $4,000 for nosebleeds.
Right.
Well, you know,
She was
we've
like,
got
car or
questions.
WrestleMania ticket.
I mean,
This isn't a thing.
it's a fair question.
This isn't like a picture of things to come, right? This is just like a one-time WrestleMania is so expensive because it's in Vegas. Like it won't always be this expensive,
I
right?
hope not.
No,
Because this
let's
is
hope not.
fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
These
it's crazy.
tickets are out of control.
I mean, do you remember trying to buy tickets for Philly?
I'm sorry. Where did you get your ticket from?
From you.
Yeah, I know because I bought all the tickets.
Yeah,
for
and how much
Philly.
did that cost you?
Yeah, but it wasn't. And that doesn't hold
Not-
a candle to what
yeah.
it is right now.
Yeah. it's
What
not-
he spent, it probably could have got like for Vegas.
But that
you
was-
probably get like 3 tickets.
But what you spent was still ridiculously, and especially
It was only a lot because it was a
Yeah,
bunch
but-
of tickets.
okay, but
Yeah.
per
That's
ticket,
17
it was still,
tickets or so, 14 tickets. I
But
don't
per
know.
ticket,
Yeah.
it was
A
still a
lot.
lot.
They were like $500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for
Yeah,
the
That's
for the seats that
for
we had.
decent seats. They were okay seats. They were
Well,
like
I mean,
not
they were
always,
they were pretty far back,
But
but
for
it was. I was happy to be
Vegas
in
for
there.
like the top like nosebleeds. Like we were like in the middle in
Yeah.
Philly.
I
They're
haven't.
still higher than us,
Yeah.
and those seats right now are like the cheapest seat that I seen looking was like $800 for like
Like twice the expensive for
top,
the worst
top.
ticket.
top
I'm saying for
last
That's
row.
insane.
top
Going
of the
from
thing.
1 year difference,
for one
that's
night,
an insane.
800
price
from
jump.
one night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is insane.
It's only 1 year removed, and last year was the most expensive WrestleMania of all time, and it's obviously been going up. But to see it, literally, it's
Jumped
doubled.
so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
at least.
fucking nuts. That's why I'm hoping this is not a trend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that if you wanted to go, Santa brought you tickets because they, like what he said, they are expensive.
We need to have it in like Tallahassee next year.
So
Someplace
they're,
that's
like,
like
stupid
shitty.
cheap, right?
It's just
New Mexico.
Well, look, as we look back on Christmas, I wanted to also look forward to the new year. And that brings us to our question of the week. Our question of the week is, what
Who?
Universal Champion?
That's it going. Who do you want to see?
Who do you want
as
to
the
see?
Universal Champion next
Yeah,
year?
who do you want to see as the Universal Champion next year in 2025? What about you guys?
I don't know. I could tell you who I don't want to see.
Who?
Roman Reigns.
I don't see Roman with a championship. I don't want to see CM Punk with a
And
championship.
there's rumors that he's got another run on the way.
Oh man, that's what wrestling needs right now. Is another 3-year run with a subpar champion,
Damn.
or we can put the belt on an old man that can't hack it.
This is a preview for the awards coming up. Gunky, what's your answer?
No one. I want Cody to hold it, and I want him to turn heel.
That's
So we're not just going
Homelander?
Universal. We're going like world title. Either one of the
Homelander
world
Cody?
titles,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
I you know what I want? I want Drew.
Yeah,
I want Drew to get around because I think he's put
Yeah,
in.
I can
He
see
did
Drew.
so much work in 2024. I think he's earned a small run in 2025.
definitely.
Well, if we're talking world heavyweight, I want to see Punk hold it.
Mm.
I love Punk. I
Yeah.
know this guy doesn't. He's giving
I
me the
love
death
Punk.
stare right now.
I was gonna say,
I can't
actually,
believe I can't believe you do that.
I like both of those answers for either champion. I'd like to see Drew or Punk as either or. That's my answer. Heck?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna really reach. Hopefully, this happens just like my WrestleMania tickets happened. Penta.
Whoa,
Ooh,
that'd be crazy.
That is a wild one.
that
See, like
is a wild
Penta
one.
and
That would
Gunther,
be
or like
so-
you know what I mean. Obviously, the heavyweight, you know, it's gonna be.
I'm all for Penta having like the IC.
That'd be cool as shit, though. You know,
It would. It'd be
It just
awesome.
it just feels like, man, it is really top
probably not
heavy.
gonna happen. He's a luchador, but yeah,
There are like 10 people right now that you could have be a champion. It would make
Totally.
sense, and I love that.
Yeah.
That's been a big part of the reason of like I'm happy that Roman's not the champion. Is because you brought up so many more people now that could be champion.
Totally.
And it makes it way more exciting.
It definitely does.
yeah.
Yeah. And I
That
think,
guy's not one of them.
What about you, Roman?
like I said, I would love to see Drew or Punk
Yeah,
as
Drew's
either
the
or.
solid. Like,
But honestly, you know what I'd really like to see? out of everything, more than a specific person, I'd like to see him move around a little more. You know?
Yeah.
I'd like to see the championship bop around a little bit. Maybe like you get a longer run, then you get a shorter run. Maybe you get like a crazy, Kane run, like a day or whatever. Like I think that would be awesome. So that is what I really am looking forward to. That is something I would love to see.
That's like Drew got his 5 minute and 40-second run.
Exactly. Like I think it's really interesting. Even if like Cody, even if Cody lost it and then got it back like a week later or day, it's really interesting.
End of the year, Braun Breaker.
I think exactly. I think that's that. But I think that's something that like kind of has been taken away. Like I feel like
I agree.
More, and I think that's so awesome.
I would love to see Cody lose it and win it back. Like that's I think it's a better storyline than just someone holding on to it forever.
And I would love
Kevin
to
Owens, she deserves it. Yeah.
I would love to see this like. We've talked about this before. I don't like when they book these matches where who's going to win. Like that Cody's not going to lose the belt or
right. Yeah.
I think that sets a precedent that maybe some crazy person could lose the belt. You know what I mean? Maybe Cody is going to fight.
Literally somebody just steal it. Like,
that's
you know what I mean?
Saying. Like maybe Cody's going to fight KO and KO is actually going to win. Like I think that would be really, really interesting.
That makes for exciting
I would
wrestling.
see Rhea Ripley win the Intercontinental.
Yeah.
The men's Intercontinental?
Yeah.
They just brought back the women. They just introduced the
Nobody
women's
cares. It don't
Intercontinental.
matter. Vince would never let that happen.
No.
I'm so excited for the women's IC belt though too.
Well, yeah, everyone, that is our question of the week. Who do you want to see as champion in 2025?
And let us know if you got any Christmas wrestling gifts. Send up in the DMs. Hit us up.
Yeah,
maybe someone got someone from Suplex for you. You got someone from SVW here, and they gave it to you. Give us a shout out. Well,
like nothing.
Please.
Everybody that things that people said were for like, oh, this is a Christmas. It was like for themselves. Yeah. It was just an excuse to buy it. Like they've been wanting it, and they were like, oh, 20% off. That's a great sale. I'm gonna like do this and put it in my collection. But it's for my nephew.
Right, exactly. Yeah. No, look how he landed though.
He's like joining the flock.
Well, yeah. If you got any wrestling stuff for Christmas, send us a picture, a DM, let us know what you got. And of course, if you hear our question of the week, send us a letter, a DM,
send us a letter, snail mail.
Send
us a letter.
Just if you're gonna send a letter, make sure it's express priority, whatever, so we can get it before the week is out.
My dearest SVW.
Listen, there was a guy who was sending us letters.
From Florida, right?
Yeah, there was a guy who was sending us letters, but he hasn't sent.
We talk about he might have checked, so.
Yeah. Let's not.
I don't want to invite that guy to send us more
next
letters.
Up, it's time, ladies and gentlemen.
It's time
for the Suplexes.
It's time for
the music Roman.
Suplexies.
That's
not.
not
graduating.
No, what's? I don't know.
That's the wedding music. Who's
ladies
getting married?
and gentlemen, the Suplexies are here. We know that you guys labored over your votes.
These are the most prestigious awards that anyone can receive in wrestling.
Yeah,
these are it, guys. Like we really hit a pinnacle.
Yeah,
I know that we contacted all the wrestlers that are involved in this, and they're going to be listening because we're not going to put it out there until the
most
episode
of them
drops.
already were listening, but
they're going to be listening with bated breath right now, kind of wondering if they won the Suplexy, and if they do,
they're sitting there anxious, like, oh come on, I gotta win.
If they do, just know that like we're gonna send that in the mail to them.
Yeah,
so we'll send them the trophy in the mail.
Everyone.
Yeah,
we just didn't have room in the podcast for everyone to be here. They wanted to be here.
Yeah,
but we couldn't do that.
It's kind of a big deal if you guys didn't already know.
It is.
We should have simulcast it. That's what we should have done. We should have done simulcast close.
Simulcast.
Yeah,
was that WrestleMania 3 they did that?
Yeah, they did. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the first category of the Suplexies, signing of the year. That's number 1. And the nominees are Julia, Jacob Fatu, Motor City Machine Guns. I almost said Machine Gun Kelly. Motor City Machine Guns and Will Ospreay. Who would like to announce the winner?
And the winner.
I guess I'll do this one.
Yeah.
You know, since I'm a official oos, the man, Jacob Fatu.
Yes.
The Samoan werewolf.
The people spoke.
The people spoke.
You know, I thought he was a solid second place to me.
No.
I I really thought Ospreay was the biggest signing of the year. Because he was sought after. He was sought after by both sides.
Yeah.
It was difficult. I know.
But he had the whole year. Like Jacob Fatu, it's been 3 months, 4 months, and the impact that guy has had is ridiculous.
Yes,
I agree. I he had a huge impact in 3 or 4 months.
4 months, make that type of impact, become a meme. You know what I mean? Like pop culture.
Well, if you become a meme,
it's almost like everybody.
I love you.
It's almost like everybody knew about Ospreay, and that was obviously like kind of a bidding war, if anything.
Right.
Yeah.
The true bidding war of 2024.
Yeah. With Jacob, it was more so like why the fuck wasn't he already signed anywhere? Yeah. Like, why wasn't he already on national TV? You know what I mean? Like, he could have been on national TV 5 years ago. Like, he's been killing it. So it's like everybody was expecting Ospreay. And everybody knew what you were going to get. Like, almost the expectation was too high. You know what I mean?
You already knew what you were going to get.
He was the sleeper, and he came in, and he killed it. So
we knew about Jacob Fatu, because we obviously saw him down here in MLW.
But we didn't know that he was going to lose 40 pounds, get in the best shape of his life.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, all these,
Put some boots on.
He impressed us, and we already knew about him. Yeah, and that's pretty impressive in itself.
I totally agree.
I think my main reason I liked Ospreay over him was longevity of signing of the year. I thought Ospreay did more this year than Jacob Fatu did. Now Jacob Fatu did more in the last 4 months than Ospreay. Right, yeah. It was very impactful.
Ospreay's on
but that's why I thought he was a really good silver medalist, but the people have spoken, and much like people do, they speak incorrectly and just go along with it. The masses are rarely right.
Anyway, Jacob Fatu, congratulations. We'll get that award out to you ASAP.
Jacob Fatu, your award is in the mail.
There you go. Next up, this is an awesome one. Feud of the Year. And the nominees are Drew versus Punk, Hangman versus Swerve, Cody versus Roman, and Rhea versus Liv.
Those are some good ones.
This is a tough one, too, because you got to think, like, Cody versus Roman was really at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And then, it went dark for a long time. And then they teamed up. So that kind of, sputtered, I feel like, a little bit. Hangman and Swerve, they had a hell of a run, but that kind of teed back into last year.
And
then kind of leaked over to this year.
KO and Cody, I feel like that's going to...
That's too recent. Yeah. So, Gunk, I like the way you announced the winner. Who's the winner on this one?
And the winner is Drew versus Punk.
Takes the cake. That should have headlined that pay-per-view.
They had a great...
Fuck The Rock.
They had a strap match, which was pretty... I mean...
Yeah.
That was hilarious. It had some fun moments.
It did.
I like the strap match, but I hate the Four Corners gimmick. But yeah.
They had a normal singles match, right?
Uh-huh.
And then they had the Hell in a Cell blow-off. And... yeah, these guys were talking crazy shit to each other. Great promos.
Incredible promos, incredible matches.
Yeah, incredible matches. I don't think anybody's really mad at this one.
No, and I think this one was kind of... The other ones obviously were great, but this was far and away. I don't think this one was even close.
I disagree, kind of like Woody on the last one, because I personally think Hangman Swerve was really the feud of the year. Yeah,
burned down his house.
That was really the feud.
I'm making a meme, you know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I believe that was the feud of the year.
Interesting.
I kind of was on board with Rhea and Liv also.
Another
our fourth nominee there.
Stole Dom.
That
she sure did.
It
broke up the entire Judgment Day. Really,
it was just good television too. It was awesome. Really fun. It was always interested to know what they were going back. Remember when they first started this with
really
Liv?
Ass-tastic.
Remember the the hotel card for the room key?
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
And the little low key.
The background of Liv and Finn getting out of a car together. What is that about? The bandana in the pocket. They were leaving breadcrumbs all over the place, and we were eating that shit up.
No.
And that's why I think that was. It's with two competitors in their prime, doing top-notch work both on the mic and in the ring. Unlike where Drew had to carry CM Punk to the finish line here. where CM Punk can't finish a regular match. They had to put him in a gimmick match to kind of like give him his little crush that he needed to get through it.
Well, yeah.
I will say Punk was still good on the mic, but I think.
But Drew was right there with him too.
I think Drew was better.
So if it's not like it wasn't like a one-sided, one person just crushing them on social media and promos.
Drew kills it on Twitter.
That's what I was gonna say. That also you got to think about. Yeah, the social media aspect of all that. Drew's
memes and shit are top tier.
Second to none.
Yeah. Which is why he should get a title run next year.
The Jack Perry photo was classic.
Oh my god, yeah, him and Jungle Boy was insane.
That got taken down so fast.
And in the caption, "Cry Me a River."
So good. That was classic.
It was Drew McIntyre and Gunky.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre and Gunky.
Gunky could be like Jack Perry's like stunt double and stand-in.
Yeah.
except I tower over him. Yeah. That guy's like fucking 5'8".
You got Luchasaurus on your shoulders.
Right. Well, congratulations to Drew and Punk. We'll be sending you both awards.
Suplexies are in the mail.
Yeah,
there you go. Wait, do they have to share one? They're not gonna like that.
Yeah, they have to accept it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get it. One gets it for 6 months, and they give it to
right. Yeah.
The other. They got to like rock paper scissors shoot for who gets it first.
Yeah. Well, before we get into more categories, this morning, Woody was fooled.
Hilarious.
Yeah, me too.
Totally
Woody was fooled by a Facebook meme.
We've all been fooled by AI, man.
Can I be honest? I was fooled yesterday when I first saw it, too.
Yeah?
I was like, oh, wow. This should be cool.
Yeah.
I saw it, and I was like, fuck, that's a really cool idea. I'm glad they're doing this.
Yeah.
And the thing in question right now was we were talking about the AI Netflix release of the true story of Undertaker and Kane as kids growing up with Paul Bearer and what really happened to their family in a Stranger Things meets WWE style show. And I saw that, and I thought that is the greatest idea ever. Let's take some WWE lore and really like gas it up with good character work, some famous people in there,
right.
some cool lighting effects, all this shit, make it like a real thing. So we really like get to live out the thing in our mind. We always kind of know the story, but why not like really play it up?
Netflix has their own like studio. WWE has their studio. Why would they not?
WWE
like
films.
it'd be so cool to like see these little like backstories or like you said, like just like random kind of like lore. It could be like a random like limited series kind of.
Yeah.
Like they have, what is it, Secret Level now, where it's like the video game thing, where like one episode is like Mega Man and the other episode is like another game, you know what I mean? So like something like that would be like really cool because I mean, if you're going to be on Netflix, what they're known for is, you know what I mean, shows, movies, and
a lot of original content.
Like, there's already stories there, so you don't need somebody coming up with a whole new idea and like, pitching stuff at a fucking board. It's like, there's already foundation to just build on some cool ideas.
They're constantly just bombarding us with like true stories. Like, here's the dark side, here's the light side, here's a biography, here's us hunting down a piece of this, and they're great shows. But like, we got into wrestling because of the fiction.
Right.
When you were a kid, you liked the fiction. You liked that Undertaker was a zombie mortician, and Kane was his brother who he thought was dead. Yeah. And
has terrible burns.
And you're concerned about which one of the brothers were actually responsible for the death of the parents, and kind of like reluctantly be like, well, way to go, Paul Bearer, like step up and take those kids under your wing. I know you didn't do the best job with them, but still you did what other people didn't. And that deserves a show. And you can probably think of so many other ones. Like,
well, that's what I was literally just about to butt in and say. I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm like, I don't think a show like this would work for anybody but The Undertaker and Kane. Because, like...
Well, you don't want to understand the backstory of how mankind went completely insane.
Yeah, bro.
Right. Before Apocalypse, it's like a Sons of Anarchy show.
You want to know?
I want to know what the tugboat captain.
The honest answer to that is like, yeah, I do. But do I think Netflix will make that? No. Well, I think The Undertaker and Kane are the exact perfect wrestlers for them to do this, and I don't see them going any deeper. Or I don't think they're doing this. I don't even think this is going to happen. I think we're having a wet dream right now. Yes. But I think they'd be the only ones you could do that with because of their it's two of them combined in this lore. So that's two superstars. It's also this mythical ass like dead man. Like they have
3 stars. Paul Bearer too.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like I think that works. I don't think a show about mankind going crazy necessarily. Like as much as I would like to see that, and I would be interested, I don't think that holds as much.
Yeah, I totally disagree.
I disagree.
About everything now.
And you got to think that's just a jumping off point.
I wouldn't watch like a series about it, but like a one-off episode, like I said, like they call it like an anthology series.
Yeah.
Where it's like the WWE lore, and like each episode is kind of right.
Give me this. Other than mankind, once we start getting out of these like creepy like guys with these like weird like backstories, like. What else?
How did Legion
like
of
Jeff
Doom?
Hardy like that? They like there's not really that much. It's just a guy who just started like wrestling in his backyard.
Hold on. You don't want to see the retelling of John Cena's story in the style of 8 Mile?
Not at all.
What about how the Legion of Doom got their spikes? Like what the story is behind that? Like you could
I think it only works with these older like more
gimmicky. Well, you're talking about wrestling now is the like this
final. It's like Final Testament. It's like a cult.
But
show,
even right now we are in the reality.
6, that's easy.
It's reality era. Reality era. Wrestlers are real. We're talking about them. They're real people. Back in the 90s, wrestlers were characters. Every wrestler had a bad like there was a wrestler, but he was also the repo man. There was a wrestler, but he was also a garbage man.
IRS.
This guy was a tugboat captain. This guy did taxes. Those are the guys you do the stories on. Like I want to know about $1 Million Man and IRS.
They should make a Ultimate Warrior like Saturday morning cartoon type of show.
No,
that'd be sick. And like Papa Shango and like all these guys.
If you get Papa Shango in it, maybe, but the Ultimate Warrior doesn't need anything.
Papa Shango and like the Boogeyman.
That'd be sick.
That's why like there's there. It doesn't have to be like a Grammy winning like you know what I mean like.
Yeah, but
like an Emmy or a Tony.
They should make a heartfelt
that's what I said, like
drama about Eugene.
Look.
Well, maybe if this was 2005, that would really Vince would be like, well,
like an anthology
like picket
series,
fences.
You know, I mean, if everybody could do it, it's Netflix. A little WWE anthology.
Totally agree.
You know what I mean? Like Legends Born.
Yeah, then we know how Papa Shango got his power.
Yeah,
like the first time he put on the makeup.
They should do like Of Mice and Men with Jesse and Festus.
Bro, let me know
he takes Festus down to the creek.
Or like
he's
Raven, it's like like a cult thing,
Raven.
like the flock.
Oh yeah, the flock backstory.
And I'm saying John Cena. How did he become a rapper?
He's like recovering. He'd go into like AA meetings and like.
I need a Bastion Booger origin story.
Okay, now you're crazy.
You can't go to recovery if you're straight edge. Once you break edge, you can't ever regain edge. You're either straight edge or you're not.
Can they do a
Adam Copeland.
Superhero movie starring
Adam Copeland.
Superhero movie starring the Gobbledygooker.
Okay, all right.
The Gobbledygooker.
Well, look, we could talk
Randy
about
Orton
this. We could talk about this all day. We could literally
serial killing legends.
Yeah, I like that. We could come up with scenarios all day, but we do have to get through these awards. Next up, we're gonna go with Heel Heat Award. The nominees are Dominic Mysterio, The New Day, Chris Jericho, and Chelsea Green. And the winner is?
It's Dom Dom.
Come on.
Dom Dom's got the win.
Daddy
Man, talk about heel heat. That dude was getting booed out of every stadium. I love at first people were saying they were pumping in the booze. And then people would be actually going there and be like, no, it's really that loud. It was that loud.
Nobody wants to hear him.
People put in all their effort. They said it with their whole chest.
They sure did.
Whenever he was being booed.
Yeah, it's great. Well, you can't even like get a word out.
Yeah.
Which is like what New Day is getting now.
Yeah.
But it's just a little bit like, you know what, just a little too late situation for New Day.
Dom crawled so New Day can walk.
Bro, Dom turned on Rhea. Like, come on, bro.
We're talking about doing
Mommy
the
and
unthinkable.
Poppy.
Crazy shit.
Jericho was on this list. I think he got votes for different reasons than everybody else.
He didn't have heel heat. He had
like
X-Pac.
Go away, X-Pac.
Yeah, X-Pac go away heat.
Yeah, that did.
But he kind of leaned into it, which actually I can respect.
If there's ever a guy who's a pro and been around long enough to be able to swerve with shit like that. Like,
he turned a bad thing into a good thing.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, people don't really want to see me, so I'm just gonna be like, hey, everyone.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
He's always
be
been done such a great job getting whatever gimmick he's doing getting
He's
over.
fucking he's
You're
probably the
on
most
the list.
He's probably the most reinventive.
Dude, the list is classic, and who would have ever thought that
the
would
scarf, you know.
I'm not on the Jericho boat now, but he's still at the top of my list of all-time greats.
Yeah.
Like being able to go around, reinvent himself, create new characters, get shit over. Like he had titles in every organization.
He's made himself important in every organization he's ever been in.
And I also think Chelsea Green did a great job.
oh my god!
But she was one of those like heels you love to hate.
She got the least amount of votes.
She was because people like her.
Yeah,
she's a likable heel.
When we were talking about nominees, I was like,
it's hard.
We almost didn't want to put her on there, but you know what? Her heel work was too good this year to not put her on there.
Great.
But I think it is a testament to. I mean, Dom just at every turn when you think he could do good.
Also, I mean, he was the one heel that went healer first, right?
Yeah. Well, and shout out to the New Day. Yeah, you're right. He's the first. Dom was the first heel to turn more heel. That's never happened before. But shout out to the New Day because I think they got second place and they only turned heel maybe like the last 2 months of the year. So they really made up for it.
That shows you the attention span of even wrestling fans. We're not.
Kofi Kingston's
what have you done for us lately?
This guy can't just. Give
Kofi Kingston's mom voted for the New Day.
Yeah, she's not a fan.
She was being supportive.
I think this is one of the few ones that the public got correct.
Wow.
Dom was truly.
Dom killed it.
Yeah.
Well, he probably would have won last year if we did it last year too.
Yeah.
And that brings us right into our next category. Hater of the Year.
Uh-oh.
This is a good one. And the nominees are we've got number 1, Drew McIntyre.
Oh, big hater.
Big hater. Number 2, Rikishi.
Physically large hater.
Yeah. And just on his podcast. Rikishi on his podcast.
And his social medias.
Yeah. Next up, our very own Woody.
Oh.
On this podcast, you guys know that he is a huge hater of pretty much everything.
Just happy to be a nominee, guys.
And after that, the New Day. And the winner is, Gunky?
Our very own Woody!
Woody is the winner!
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I would like to accept this award. And most importantly, let people know that you guys messed up. Like, why would you pick me as the hater of the year? I'm out here just spitting facts.
He's hating on
I'm telling the truth.
He's hating on him already.
You got to think, Rikishi was literally hating on people like for no damn reason. They gave his son gave his son the belt, and he was like, "You should have gave him the belt a different way." Like, shut the fuck up, man.
First
Accept the
you
fact
should give my son a belt.
Yeah,
you should give him a belt. We give him a belt. Not like that.
Not like that.
Yeah, just ungrateful. That's what he is.
True.
That's the perfect hater of the year. New Day maybe, but they were a little bit too late.
Yeah.
Did he tell Bischoff to square up too?
Yeah, he was hating crazy. He was trying to fight Russo, I think.
Russo,
He was trying to fight Vince Russo.
But just in general, like, I'm not a hater. I just sit here and just let you guys know what you missed.
Well,
let you know the correct things.
The votes
to do.
say otherwise.
The
votes say that you are the hater of the year, and because you are the hater of the year, you know, like we said at the beginning of the show, we are sending trophies to everyone, but of course you're here, so we brought you.
No, it's not going through the mail.
You know,
look at that.
Your very own award.
Suplexy.
There it is.
It's the Suplexy.
Hater of the year goes to Woody.
You know what? You can just you can just ship that to me. That's fine.
You can just.
Yeah, I'll take it in the mail. Wow, guys, this I can't tell you how much this means to me because like it's the amount is so small that I don't have words for it.
Wow.
But this just shows I guess. That
Keep
the public is not always right, but you know, I will take your mistake as my trophy. Thank you so much.
There you
Look
go.
at that beautiful suplex too.
I know.
That is a great, That's
that guy's
German all the
landed
way.
right on his fucking neck.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a stiff suplex right there.
His arms are
It's
captured.
Ridge Holland and Big E.
I'll say that's
Oh,
the kind
wow.
of, this is the kind of suplex that's gonna get Mr. Kennedy fired.
Oh man! All right. Well, Woody, congratulations.
Damn.
You know,
He's gonna sit right here.
It's going right on the shelf.
yeah, for real. Before we get into the rest of the
you got the
categories,
first inaugural Hater of the Year Suplexy.
I know.
Yep.
There it is.
And if you guys keep voting this way, and I keep spitting, nothing but truth all the time, I assume I'll keep getting as we go.
Yeah, I would assume.
I hope he turns face and he gets Lover of the Year next year.
Right. He's gonna drop this.
I hope he just renamed the category to like Woody's Hater of the Year.
The Woody Coach hater.
Like I want the Lombardi treatment.
Yeah, that's.
You gotta make sure this doesn't fall or get dropped like Rampage did.
Damn.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Before we get into the rest of the categories, we do have to talk about Rampage getting dropped.
Rest in peace.
I love wrestling. I watch AEW. I talk my shit, but I enjoy it still. There's some things going on over there. The Costco guys.
Best thing going. Best thing going in AEW.
Rampage always felt like, I don't know. I thought it was, when it first started, an hour show on Friday, I thought it was a good way to highlight some new talent or something. And they just didn't utilize it right.
Should have been their NXT all along.
Yeah. Even once they brought Ring of Honor, that should have been like where they can maybe highlight some Ring of Honor people as they get introduced to the AEW roster. So fans are like, oh, who's this person? Oh, you know what I mean? Some type of connection there. But, I mean, the numbers just... It quickly and easily became their worst show.
Well, let's be real. They didn't need a third show. They added the third show because CM Punk and the Elite literally were not going to be in the same building with each other every week.
Yeah, really, the Rampage is Collision's fault.
Yeah, for sure.
Rampage was
Gilmans
doing
don't
okay.
even watch Rampage.
No, nobody watches it.
Wow, really?
Damn.
No, they only talk Dynamite and Collision.
Damn.
And so,
if you've lost the Gilmans, you've time to pack up shop.
Yeah. So it was going fine until Collision comes around, and then Collision takes its spot pretty much. And now
on back-to-back nights too, like Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, it's like that's the only reason this show failed, and it's like
it's not the only reason, but it's a major reason.
Oh, was it AEW Dark? That was their YouTube thing.
Yeah, I would say that's the main reason. CM Punk is the main reason that this show
Collision
failed.
and then
because before it was Rampage and Dynamite every week, and then they had to add a third show for CM Punk.
But they even booked it like the redheaded stepchild.
Right.
You know what I mean? If they're not going to put new talent in the showcase that way, you got to have that, really good main event where, I got to check this out. You know what I mean? On Friday, I got to see this. We're going to get Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay again. It's fuck yeah, I got to see that.
That's how they did Collision for a while. Yeah.
But yeah, it just shows, you can be an AEW guy, you can be a WWE guy, but people argue that all the time. But this is just a numbers thing.
Right.
The viewership wasn't there. They're wasting that money. Now with all the money they're gonna save, he can pay some other mid-card talent a couple $1 million to.
Well, man, it shows you too that how important what WWE is doing and how well they're doing it. They've made Raw a commodity on its own.
Yeah.
And they made SmackDown a separate commodity on its own where there's not a whole lot of overlap. You don't need to watch Raw to know what's going on SmackDown.
Right.
If you just want to be a SmackDown guy, you can be. And then they have that third show, and they have NXT, and some people say it's the best one of all. Really, it has the character development on that.
Mm-hmm.
But they've done things so individually, separately, that if you could only watch Tuesday nights and you get NXT, you're great. You're doing a great job.
Mm-hmm.
If you're only a Monday night guy, that's totally fine. You don't have to watch all three, but each one offers you something different. And Rampage just wasn't that. It was just hey, this is stuff that was cut for time from the other shows. But it was never anything. It was never its own thing. It was always just an ancillary piece.
Right.
Of this, and then as it was a secondary show, it ended up becoming tertiary in its time, where it just wasn't there. It felt like they gave up on Rampage.
Yeah, and then they
months
filmed
ago
it after Dynamite. So Dynamite fans are, they're trying to fill out these huge arenas, and they're not getting. So it's already and anybody who goes to a show any of these shows MLW, any of these shoot multiple episodes.
Hour 4 is a tough time to
right. People start
they'll shoot Ring of Honor before,
right,
and then they'll shoot Dynamite.
So it's by the time you get there, it even looks even worse.
5 or
it's even
6.
Later. The fans' energy isn't there.
Half of them are gone.
If you got 6,000 fans in the stadium, you only got 3,000 now for Rampage.
That's where all those famous shots of Edge in front of nobody, those leaked shots, that's where all of that came from, is because everybody fucking left after Dynamite and wants to stay for Rampage, even if they bought tickets for it.
The last Dynamite I was at, where they had a Rampage taping afterwards, I remember I was in like whatever, kind of high up. And then Rampage, I was like, oh, there's a bunch of floor seats empty. So I just took my family. We walked down. They talked to security guards, and they were like, hey, we don't care.
Yeah.
They were actually like,
they were probably like, please come down here. It looks terrible. Tony Khan was like freaking out.
I went from sitting like behind hard cam up in the second floor to sitting first row floor seats for Rampage. And I was like, yeah, there was just that, because there was like, whatever, man. We're just happy you're still here.
If they had shit like, you know what I mean, like you were saying, like a Kyle Fletcher there, or like Will Ospreay, or
Kyle Fletcher's he's
Darby
putting
Allin, you know what I mean, like bigger stars. Like I said, I feel like it just had to be one or the other. You either had to like highlight like your top guys on it to get people to watch, or introduce some new talent that you're going to eventually push. You know what I mean? Into it.
Give me a reason to watch.
You know what I think?
But it was just like random throwaway matches.
You know what I think AEW could really, really, really use? And people don't like this. I like it. I'm always a fan of it. A brand split.
Mm-hmm.
I think like
they had
the Ring of Honor.
They had like an unannounced,
minus those guys. I'm talking just like a Rampage roster.
Well, they had an unofficial brand split with CM Punk.
Yes, you're right.
There was an unofficial brand split where we were like, you're either a Punk guy or you're not. And if you're not, he's not fucking with you.
You're not going to be on Saturdays.
Yeah, I guess they did. You're right.
Well, yeah. Rest in peace to Rampage.
R.I.P. Rampage in peace.
Rampage was always my third favorite Rampage anyway. Because second would be Rampage Jackson. Yeah. Great UFC fighter. And then first would be Rampage.
The video game?
The video game, not the fucking movie. Don't try to bring that bullshit Rock into my conversation and say I like it. Don't do that shit, Gunky. I'm talking about the video game, the arcade classic.
He's backing it up. He's going for
He's going for next year already.
Yeah, he's already going for next year.
I'll tell you what, they had it at Barcade for a while down in Fishtown. My wife was top scorer for like a while. Awesome. She has Rampage skills.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a great game.
What character she use? Lizzie?
Yeah, I think it was Lizzie. I think
that's awesome.
Might have been the monkey though. I don't know. Lizzie's a great character though.
Yeah.
All right. Next up.
Smooth transition into our next thing. Going
Suplexy.
straight from arcade video games to Suplexies.
The Suplexy for Breakout
Ryan
Star.
was a real star.
Yeah.
It's true, at Rampage.
You know what? Let's get into who our Breakout Star of the Year is.
Breakout Star of the Year. The nominees are Kalani Jordan, Takeshita, Obafemi, and Kyle Fletcher. And the winner is
Obafemi.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good
Obafemi. Well, very well deserved. Very well deserved.
Yeah, this was a fun one because you could have picked any one of these guys. Like Kalani Jordan did so much in the women's division in NXT, come out of nowhere, like just put her name on there, be a first women's North American champion.
Well, she killed it this year, and I mean honestly, I think we should just kind of talk about how hard it was to compile this list of the Breakout Star of the Year. We had at least like 10 or 8 people, and we also combined Rookie in the Year and Breakout Star kind of to this pile. Because, I mean, the future of wrestling is bright, is pretty much what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
There's a lot of fucking people that you could say is the Breakout Star
could
of the
have been
year,
Carmelo, could have been Braun Breaker. Yeah. These are the stars that we felt like. But they're the guy that kind of already broke out.
So single run.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's hard to put.
He was definitely in consideration.
I think I forced him off the list because he's already. This is his year 15 in WWE.
Yeah. We kind of narrowed it down to like a list 15. Of newer talent plus like their first moment, and that's why you kind of see like Takeshita, who's been around for a while, and Kyle Fletcher on this list, who's been around for a while, but. This is the first time they really broke out to like the national
to be like top talent level.
Yeah, Fletcher was always like a second in a tag team partner or like a fourth in the Don Callis family.
People always say like he's like Will Ospreay 2.0, but he's really been able to like step out of that and like show like no, I'm Kyle Fletcher 1.0.
Well, that's why he started dressing like Randy Orton. That's how you knew he was taking this shit seriously.
And I feel like
AEW's
that does attribute to why Obafemi won here is because we didn't know who the fuck he was a couple years ago.
Truly a
He
break.
was
You know
like
what
a
I mean?
track star, like not even like throwing like shot put or something.
Bro,
like that.
he's
like,
a
he was,
runner.
like,
He's a
NIL,
track
right?
star.
Am
Kyle
I correct in
Fletcher,
that?
Takeshita, yeah.
He was part of an NIL
Yeah,
deal.
he
He
was.
wasn't like
Yeah,
an
NIL.
independent kind of.
Yeah, a college athlete.
Yeah.
Kyle Fletcher, Takeshita, they've been doing it for a while, and they well deserve. They're in a spot. But Oba, he's fresh, and he's already
Also,
killing it.
dude, when he came on the scene, his very first time he appeared there, you were just instantly like, who
is
the
this?
hell is this
Right.
dude?
Yeah.
And can I get more of that? Every time he's in a match, you're just like, holy shit. He demands the attention of everyone in that
And
arena.
giant shout out and credit to Kalani Jordan as well, because she's in the same boat as Oba in this situation of like, we didn't know who she was a year ago.
No,
She hasn't been wrestling, and now she is the first ever women's North American champion, and she's killing it.
Well,
in her own
she's
right.
validating the women's NIL deals where they were like, can we take these women athletes who are not wrestlers, not independent wrestlers, and turn them into wrestlers? And she's one of those people that you're just like, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
If you do it right, you can get what. I mean, I know Tiffany Stratton's in that same kind of boat, and
So-
Kalani Jordan. These are people that they're not
It's like
indie
so
wrestlers.
funny because they're like both from like NILs, and like Obafemi just has this like dominating like presence where like I do not want to run into that guy. You know what I mean? Like coming down like a dark alley, but like Kalani's just like the biggest sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. It looks like she might have turned heel
Oh,
I
this
was
week.
about to say,
Yeah.
yeah.
We
Went a
shall
little
see.
crazy.
Until you piss her off,
We
get a
shall
boob
see.
job and piss her off, and
Yeah.
she's gonna beat you.
It's got to be that combination of both of those things.
Yeah.
Right. It has to be. It has to be. Well, yes. Congratulations, Obafemi.
And the way he just like you said, he like no wrestling experience, but was able to understand and like lean into like I don't think the Wakanda like who like you know what I mean thing was him like his idea, but when people started doing it, you know what I mean. You notice like the jewelry he started wearing, like the
Well, instantly when you
Benoit
saw
balls
him,
around his neck.
yeah, when you saw him instantly, when he's the way he carries himself and there's that little bit of swagger he had,
Like the fur around his
like
legs
it's
and
giving
shit.
M'Baku. You know,
M'Baku.
that's kind of like where
Ooh.
it just kind of and he leaned into it.
Yeah.
And that's huge. Like you said, for the awareness
Yes.
Definitely.
to see what's happening and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah.
Obafemi,
Your
Suplexy
Suplexy
is
is
in the
mail. Next up, this is a big one. Match of the year. And the nominees are Punk versus Drew, Hell in a Cell. Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania 40. Danielson versus Ospreay. And Rhea versus Liv.
Hey, Roman, can you do me a favor and actually put in like drum rolls? So we're just gonna get like this weird slapping. It's a little.
Yeah, I got you.
I know the little slappy guys like.
to be more like
you know.
the slapping just sounds like I'm like hitting you from behind.
Also, I don't even know. I don't even know if you can hear it. I don't even know if you're picking that up on the mics.
Yeah,
you know?
I'll add it in. Don't worry.
We're slapping our thighs.
And the winner is Punk versus Drew, Hell in a
you go.
Cell.
Woo! Baddest blood, man. I say
Yeah.
it again. I'll say it again.
So
I'll
I was gonna
say it again.
I was gonna say it earlier, but I didn't want to spoil this one. This answer. So I am personally under the belief. This is my opinion that feud of the year, Swerve and Hangman. I think they had the feud of the year, but match of the year, I agree,
Yeah.
is this Hell in a Cell. I think Swerve and Hangman just barely beat the feud out, but when it comes to the actual match that they had to do the blow off, as crazy as the needle in your mouth and the chair shot was,
Yeah.
it
Some
just
of that was
didn't
just
do the
OD
job
for
that
me.
that Hell in a
The
Cell.
needle was too much. Yeah.
Yeah, that was just.
I
like,
mean,
what the
yeah,
fuck?
and it's crazy because like all Drew did was get hit in the head with a toolbox, but you know what I mean? Like how much blood came out of his fucking head? You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
I wanted to see
a little
Drew
goes a
stick
long
needle in
way.
CM Punk's arm.
Straight edge no more.
holy shit.
Steal that away from
Just like pour a beer down his throat.
But yeah, I do
That'd be
agree.
Awesome.
Brick edge.
I do agree.
So dual.
Adam
Didn't
Cole.
Jericho did that to Punk, didn't he? He poured a beer all over him. And then he slipped. Jericho poured a beer on him and then slipped on the mat. Do you remember that? That was really funny. But yeah, I think that this very well deserved the match of the year. This was an insane match. We haven't seen a match. This is like a Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression style match that we haven't seen in a fucking long time, and it was a very warm welcome. Everybody loved it.
Yeah, Rhea and Liv had some really good matches. I just don't think they ever had one that stood above everything else in a matter of this is so amazing. I think we just wanted to see them because of the feud going on together.
Yeah.
I think the
what do you
Cody,
think their best match would have been like? Of their match, I like the Shark Cage. When Dom was in it.
Probably Shark Cage,
The
but that ended in a botch.
I would not say
and
that
that's
one.
what that kind of had its chance. I think the Cody and Roman at WrestleMania 40 could have easily won this.
Yeah.
Just because one of them, exactly with Cena, Rock, Seth, Taker, like that.
Taker at Mania. We saw Taker at Mania.
It's something so special being there that I'll never. I will literally never forget that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't even like Tom Brady, but that's like seeing Brady at the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? That's like it's like. Insane.
But it's like seeing Brady at Super Bowl like the next in 3 years. Him coming in to throw a pass for a touchdown.
Right, then leaving.
Or like Jordan runs in the NBA Finals this year and shoots a fucking three.
Yeah, like it's amazing, and you won't ever see that in any other sport, which is why wrestling's the greatest sport there is.
Babe Ruth comes back at the home.
No, he set his wife on fire. He's a piece of shit.
Wayne Gretzky comes in and kicks
I'm not surprised because he's from like the 20s. But
Babe Ruth's a piece of shit.
I think everybody was beating their wives back then, Woody. I think
he
everybody
set
from
his
the
wife
20s.
on fire. It's not beating a wife.
Okay,
that's
I don't know
level.
the Babe Ruth details.
All right. That's a
Was
different.
he
on the New York subway?
Yeah, it sounds messy.
Anyway,
sounds messy.
What I was trying to say though is I think Cody Roman could have easily won, and I think that Danielson Ospreay. Danielson Ospreay is like the work rate match of the year. You want to see two wrestlers go at it. But I also thought Ospreay could have won against Takeshita at Revolution, and I thought Sting's retirement match could have won. What I'm trying to say is, whoever picked this as your match of the year, you fucked up. You messed up. It's not. I just picked 3 other ones that were better. 4 other ones that were better.
Doubling down on hater of the year.
Yeah, he's going to.
He's getting his 2025.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He's already planting the seeds.
If you want to see a legend have an amazing match, watch the Sting retirement match. It's not a better retirement match out there. And the second best one ever was Danielson. You know, it's another.
What about Ric Flair's last match?
Which one? I just don't think he's wrestled his last match.
I think wasn't he in AEW like a couple months ago?
His last match was tag team with Andrade versus Jeff Jarrett and
that's what I
Jay
think
Lethal.
In Impact?
No, it was the pay-per-view was Ric Flair's last match.
Yeah, it was an independent thing.
Undertaker was in the seats, wasn't he?
Oh man.
Undertaker was there.
Yeah. Well, again,
Mark Callis.
Punk and Drew, your Suplexy is in the mail, or your Suplexy.
You know what we could do? I think that's
Punk's the only one that had so far that has multiple.
That's engraved.
Drew
then.
Yeah,
also. That's engraved. Drew and Punk, feud of the year and match of the year on 2 different ones, so they can each get their own.
Yeah, that's what I was
There we go.
thinking.
So we got to make 2 trophies anyway.
We got to make 2 trophies anyway. Let's just fix the engraving.
You're totally right.
Call your engraving guy. Let him know that's what we're gonna do.
Actually,
We're gonna
fuck
switch
that.
it
I
up.
want them to fight over it.
That's the
Fight
next
over
match.
both?
That's their next match. The Suplexy
It's a
on a
Suplexy
pole
on a
match.
pole
In fact,
I
we should
said
only make
Suplexy on a
we should
pole.
make one of both of them.
Suplexy in a shark cage.
Well, I tell you what's a lot more important than a fucking bracelet. You know what I mean?
A Suplexy. A lot more important than that stupid bracelet.
But it's got my dog's name on it.
Before we get into the final
Have a
categories
beer and
here,
relax.
a beer.
Smoke some crack and chill.
Before we get into the final categories, we have to talk about Ricochet, your favorite Irish wrestler, getting TP live at Hammerstein.
Woody
Ballroom.
pointed it out because we like the show Heels. There's a situation where there was tissues because he was crying, and I was like,
And the whole crowd starts throwing tissues.
"That's it. That's exact." I wonder if they watched Heels.
If you watched Heels on it, was great because it happened in the moment. And they totally ruined this guy's like gimmick.
Yeah.
Screwed him over. He didn't know what to do, and then later you find out, well, yeah, the booker is the one who handed out the tissues. Like it was a planned spot. You don't think at Hammerstein Ballroom all those people just happened to have toilet paper?
Tony Khan was like giving out toilet paper.
Someone
under
was
the seat.
was handing out rolls of toilet paper for him to throw at Ricochet to try to get this dude have a real life like breakdown in the ring.
Well,
because his character is really weird. His promos ain't been on a bean ever.
Ever.
Since Conan did for him and
now
Lucha
it's
Underground.
this new gimmick.
But
with
like,
this thing
yeah,
that
like
he's
he
doing.
like.
Remember he was like, "I'm Kobe Bryant
card.
in this piece." Remember he was like, "Do you remember he was trying to like?" He's like, I'm Kobe Bryant in this place.
He's half black, right?
Yes.
But like he can't say it. Like for some reason, like there's no way he can say it. Like it would sound so weird. It's like when Drake does it. You're like, that just doesn't make any sense to me.
Ricochet reminds me of the kids who used to run around like Goku, like Naruto with their hands behind their back. Like I feel like Ricochet was doing that in like middle school, high school.
Kobe Bryant in this piece. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. It sucks because Prince Puma was fucking amazing.
Yeah, Lucha Underground knew what the fuck to do with him.
And
throw a mask on him and don't ever give him the microphone.
Right. It's crazy for the guy that has the nerve to say that AEW exists because of him, because of that him and Will Ospreay match.
Not because of his mic skills.
No.
Yeah, bro. Like,
it exists because nobody's cutting good promos over
the
there.
Jadakiss shit. He just got like chumped by the Chumped by the Hurt Syndicate. So he bitched up and like ran out the ring. I thought it was like all the work, like where he's like, they're setting up to like double cross Swerve. So like, he goes with Swerve, and then they're like, I was with Hurt Syndicate the whole. But no, then he's in the back like talking shit to Swerve. It was funny because Swerve was like, "That's why you're still bald." But it was just like that weird in his face, like, bro, you could have stuffed him in a fucking locker.
Who came up with this?
Yeah,
This gimmick.
He did.
Him.
He's Kobe Bryant in this piece.
Yeah, he is him.
And Tony
for
Khan was
somebody
like,
that I love in the ring so much.
Tony Khan goes, fuck yeah.
Sounds great.
Do it. Fire off.
When he's not wrestling,
He needs to put a mask on and let his abs speak for himself. The only thing he should be cutting is weight. Like the dude is like, that guy is just one of the most talented wrestlers in the entire world. But outside of his wrestling, you could just be like, pass.
Yeah.
Everything else pass.
Right, at least WWE had him like solid mid card. You know what I mean? Like AEW is trying to push him as like a top guy, and like
Well, you push an Ospreay, you got to push him.
They only got a couple things going. They got Ricochet, Ospreay, and the Costco guys.
Bro.
So pick one or pick all three, but like you got to get something going here.
Remember that one time it was like
Joey Janela said the Costco guys are the biggest thing.
He's not wrong.
yeah, no, he said if Roman Reigns and Big Justice were in a room together, everybody would go take a picture with Big Justice.
He's not. I don't think he's.
No,
wrong.
he's not wrong.
I don't think he's wrong.
He was like short of like The Rock and like Undertaker.
Yeah.
But do you remember that one time it was like on Raw, Ricochet was like cutting a promo and like Drew McIntyre and somebody else were in the ring and he was like, listen, I'm not gonna talk like about, he's like, and Drew McIntyre was like, shut up, and he didn't, and he fucking like, he got all flustered, he didn't know what to say. Basically he was like cutting a promo, he's like, I'm not gonna keep talk, and Drew would just like cut him off, he's like, then shut the fuck up, and like he was just like,
yeah, he can't. So he can hang with so few people, and he definitely can't hang with Drew.
No, it was hilarious.
Yeah. It's like Jack Swagger back in the day.
No, Jack Swagger was the man.
So,
Okay.
Jack Swagger. The reason he couldn't cut a
He's
good
like,
promo.
smoking hot wife.
Yeah, he's like, I got a fox of a wife.
A fox
Woo!
of a wife.
Bro,
that was in like 2019. I forgot about that. They brought him out.
I got one stone cold fox of a wife.
Bro, they're
Woo!
like, wait, this Jack Swagger guy's still signed to us? They're like, all right, we got to do something. And they
We
put him
forgot
out there
about
on
that.
Fox Live, like on live
We,
of SmackDown
the
Fox.
people.
Yeah, and he cuts a promo about he has a fox of a wife and he's never seen again.
We the people.
Pretty much.
And then goes to AEW, gets used a couple times,
He gets the purple hat.
and then starts live tweeting the election,
I
talking
like
about
that
Donald
hat.
Trump, and has never been seen again.
Yeah, for real.
Well,
Jack Hager is just really great at making career choices.
Yeah, just
It
fucking
sure
every
is.
opportunity ever
sure
handed
is.
to him.
Well, the only time he ever had a good little run is when he was like a xenophobic, a patriotic.
It was a great gimmick,
We the
I'm not
people
gonna lie.
gimmick. It was Zeb Coulter. Where they
Oh,
were like,
and
Jay
you don't know
Sixer.
Jack. That was good. That was good. He said, if you think that I'm going to lose or whatever, you don't know Jack. And I was like,
all right,
that's pretty
that's not bad.
We got one line.
Yep.
yeah, that's about it.
Former world heavyweight champion, by the way.
Yeah, right.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Had a longer run than Kane
they
as
had
a world champion.
Yeah.
The 2010s were rough for WWE, to
It's
say the
true.
least.
It's true. Before we get out of here, we have to get into the final two categories. First up,
The ones you've been waiting for too. We held these off for last.
Yeah.
These are the big ones.
Yeah.
Here.
we're going to go Female Wrestler of the Year. And the nominees are Rhea Ripley, Jordan Grace, Toni Storm, and Liv Morgan. And
I'm so excited to hear who won
Mercedes
this.
Moné.
I want to know. I want to know how the audience got this one wrong. Well, who won this one, Gunky?
And the winner Ripley, Mommy's
wins.
on top.
Yeah.
She's on. Mommy's always on top. Yeah, it makes sense. She fucking killed it.
I just saw a video
She
this
killed
morning. Just like a random girl just learned about Rhea Ripley, and like she was just like doing what we all been doing
with the foot stomp and shit.
And she was like, "This Rhea, like, girl,
who is this?
Who
yeah,
is this? I'm just like, bruh, you're late. You're way late. You're like years late."
Yeah, I mean, Jordan Grayson had a great run. She put TNA on the map.
I voted for her.
She was a
killed
great
it.
champion
She's
all over the
beast.
place.
She said she loved Gunky.
She did.
Liv
We'll see her soon
Morgan.
on WWE.
It was a 2300. I said it was really quiet. And I said, "I love you, Jordan." And she turned around and she said, "I love you too." And she gave me the heart.
She said, "I love you too, Gunky."
Yeah,
She
she's
said
like,
Gunky's name.
bet.
she's like gloopy. She was
Liv
like, I love
Morgan.
the SVW podcast.
Liv Morgan had an obvious great run, but it really was just because of Rhea.
Right.
Right.
That's
Right
why I
dance
think
partner.
the true winner of this was Toni Storm.
Yeah.
I think Toni Storm
Yeah.
revolutionized the women's division on AEW. I thought she took it to heights that we never thought it would seen before.
Right.
The absolute best character work in all of wrestling, not in women, in all of wrestling.
Well,
she had the best character work.
She carried the AEW women's division for months. Because what the fuck else?
She
were you
carried
talking
most of
about?
the show. It wasn't
Yeah.
just the women's division. That's what I mean. Like
yeah, there was a point where it's
she
like,
was the most
Yeah.
important thing happening on the entire show.
I know. And it was before they signed Ricochet or the Costco guys, so they really didn't have much going for
Yeah,
them.
her timeless gimmick really killed it this year. I mean,
And she's
even
still,
now what she's doing is
dude,
still,
the
like,
gimmick
funny.
now is so fucking good every time.
Oh, I'm so glad Toni Storm is now elite.
Yeah, that's awesome.
She did an interview and she was like, "You guys need help breaking down the gear
Like
and everything?"
Yeah.
They're like, "No, we got it." Like
yeah.
she's still a newbie trying to work her way up. It's amazing.
Yeah. But Rhea could not be denied.
Yeah, congrats to
obviously.
Rhea. She was once again a solid silver.
undeniable.
But
Solid
that's great.
Celia, you're crazy.
She's very, very good, and it is.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
She's great.
I
She's
love
incredible.
her.
And
I
she
love her.
deserved
I got
every-
nothing bad to say about her.
She deserved
And the
sword.
last
And
and
yes.
final category.
Men's Wrestler of the Year. And the nominees are Cody Rhodes, Swerve Strickland, Will Ospreay, and Gunther, the Ring General. And the winner is...
You guys picked the winner, and the winner is Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. He's the winner.
Match
I mean,
wrestler of the year.
It's undeniable.
He's undeniable.
I voted Will Ospreay.
Me too.
That was just my opinion. I mean, if there's ever two guys that are just wrestling, you know what I mean? Like, you just think of that now, like, these days, like, all around, in ring, shit talking, hugging babies, you know what I mean? Like, just marketable, like, these two guys. Will Ospreay is able to get, like, soccer jerseys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bruv. People are drinking tea now.
Fucking Bruv got over like crazy when he first came over. Cody had a great year,
Yeah.
man. There's no doubt about that. He
The grandson
finished
of a
his
plumber.
story. He finished his story. He went on had great work rate for a while. They let him like wrestle a lot. It is hard to deny Gunther.
Should have had
well,
Roman.
Cody had the
Gunther
most
sucks.
matches
He's
of the
boring.
year in WWE.
Yeah.
Dominic was right below him.
Yeah, he wrestled so many house shows. And he was like heavy on the front end of it. The end of his
Yeah.
year wasn't that busy.
He wrestled the most shows this year. So I mean, fuck it. Like,
That's your
yeah.
world champion. That's
He's the world champion. Wrestled the most shows.
the exact
Finish the
opposite
story.
of Roman Reigns.
Yeah, the exact opposite of Roman Reigns.
Well,
Yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer.
I would say he definitely is my favorite person with a neck tattoo, because there are so few of them that I like and respect, and that's Cody got that one
I feel like there's another one that I like more. I have to think about it, though.
neck tattoo. Yeah,
with a patriotic neck tattoo. Then he's definitely
Okay,
number
yeah.
one.
It is a patient.
definitely the best with the patriotic
Born
neck
to
tattoo.
be- Why do like all like top like baby faces of WWE always end up something patriotic?
It's just
the
an easy
good old-
gimmick.
John Cena had, you know what I mean? Like
Troops.
Hulk Hogan back
Because
in
it's
the
the
day.
good old US and A.
Sandman had the
Because there's nothing.
Sandman. He
Sandman
said,
had the American flag.
'Cause there's nothing
pants, like,
more
all these
good
top
guy.
baby faces.
yeah, it's true.
Little do they know that liking the USA actually makes you a heel. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
That's,
little bit of an old gimmick now. I think back in the day it was probably like more like
when they were doing
like people really care.
Because nothing screams good guy like having a military installation in every single country in the entire world. Nothing screams good guy like that.
If I see someone on my block like hang up an American flag, I'm like, oh shit, what is that guy up to?
Well, yeah.
Patriotism makes me sick.
Cody, your Suplexy is on the way.
It's on the way to
in
you,
the
Cody.
mail. I think Swerve had a great year too.
I thought Roman was gonna dress up like Dusty and accept the award on his behalf.
That's what I was gonna say, Woody. Though I think Silver, Swerve. I think he held it down for AEW and really had a good run this year. He was their world champ and
he stepped up.
Of the year. Because once he lost the title,
off hot. Yeah, but you're totally right, Heck. Actually,
I mean, once he lost the title, you know what?
It was like more 2023 into 2024.
But once he lost the title, what did he do? He went into what we just almost won feud of the year. So that was another couple months of him just having one of the feuds of the year. So it's like that guy killed it even when he didn't have the championship.
Yeah,
really.
and he lost the title to Danielson.
Yeah,
so it's like he did the job where everyone's been begging someone to do. Like finally gave the belt over to him.
Now work rate, I'd probably say Ospreay, but like if we're talking overall everything, being a company man,
there's like best wrestler of the year, then there's best wrestler of the year.
Look,
best wrestler of the year is Ospreay.
One of the conventions at 2300, I got big time by Swerve. Fuck that guy.
Wow.
Oh, I love it.
Before he had a title, he got
hater of the year next year. Maybe
he got there.
Bro,
he got there late as shit. Like. It was him and Athena. She was super cool. You know what I mean? Same with people. He just came in with his shades on and his jewelry. Like he was too fucking cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck that guy. I mean,
perhaps
he did have a great 2023.
Perhaps he is too cool.
But
for us.
Like,
that's what I mean.
He big time.
Too cool.
You know, so I don't get down with that shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
Fair enough.
And it was before he had it. If you want to big time me after you had the title or you got the title,
you're doing gimmick.
Look,
you're not even a champion yet.
You ain't even a champ yet. You just a fucking stooge.
Well, we know you're listening, Swerve. And guess what? We're not sending an award to you because Cody won. So there you go.
Damn.
And that's it. That's the Suplexies. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for participating.
Annual Suplexies.
Yeah, thank you guys for voting.
We did it,
guys.
Thanks to all the nominees. Yeah, it was great.
Appreciate you guys.
Tough luck if you didn't win. Try harder next year.
We laughed. We
couldn't do it
cried.
without you.
We hated.
Congratulations,
Woody got the
Woody,
hater of the year.
of the year.
Congratulations.
If you guys want to try to be hater of the year, you better start now because Woody's already planting seeds.
I'm getting my bid in.
Yeah. Dude, if you're gonna be hater of the year, just pick a different category. You're more likely to make it as a professional wrestler than to beat me in hating.
What he's like Kanye. What he's like Kanye. He's like,
hating.
we all wonder what would happen if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know.
Yeah. Before we get out of here, though, we have a couple quick hits. Number one, new Kane alert.
I saw that literally this morning.
Pimp Kane.
Pimp Kane.
Pimp Kane has arrived on the scene. Where do we know where this was?
It just popped up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Probably wherever Stephen Flo is.
He's
right there with like the Mexicans and Americans and African
Americans.
Well, yeah, soon enough we'll have enough Canes to do a Kane Royal Rumble, and I cannot wait for that.
Also, I know
WWE and Netflix should do a Kane show, all the different Canes.
Yeah, I totally agree. A reality show?
Right, it's like the real world, but it's all the Canes.
Yeah. Gunk just brought
That'd
it up.
Great.
Gunk just brought it up, and we cannot leave without talking about Stephen Flo.
Stephen Flo
that
is
literally
incredible.
Was hearing that his song is Stephen Flo.
No, the best part is when it breaks down. Stephen.
I got you.
At the end, it goes like that.
Yeah, it's
I was like, what are
so
you talking about?
fucking good.
Stephen Flo is
and I sent that to like non-wrestling fans that I know, and they popped.
I had non-wrestling fans send that to me because they know I like
and
wrestling.
The video is so good too. Like they're like Stephen Flo coming live too.
It's like one of those like old that you'd buy those CDs with like a bunch of different bands on them. Yeah. It's like an infomercial like that. It's like featuring Stephen Flo.
Steve.
Oh yeah, he was the December Joe Hendry. He took over.
Did you see the
wrestling music?
Did you see the meme I sent to the group chat? It was like honey, we got Joe Hendry at home, or no, it's like Mom, can I have Stephen Flo? It's like we have Stephen Flo at home, and it was Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Shout out New Kane, Pimp Kane, and shout out, of course, to a friend of the show, Stephen Flo. And one more before we go. Omos in Japan, Pro Wrestling Noah.
Yo, he's gonna come back. like with some crazy work rate, like chain wrestling, like Ichiban Hogan over there.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna see what this guy's doing.
Is he still signed?
Yeah.
They've been doing a lot with Pro Wrestling Noah over there. That was
I think I saw a picture of Shinsuke at Ribera with Great Muta.
Yeah, and Shinsuke's been over there. I think AJ's been over there as well.
Yeah.
Yes,
This has been a really cool run, and do whatever the fuck you can to make Omos a wrestler. Because if that dude comes back with any kind of skill, he has one thing you can't teach anybody, and he's a fucking giant.
He's 7 feet tall, and you can't teach that.
He's more than he's
True.
like
Bada boom,
7'5".
realest guy in the room.
True.
He's like 7'5".
He's the biggest guy like to ever wrestle.
Yeah.
He's like Giant Gonzalez.
He's taller than Giant Gonzalez.
Bada boom,
He-
realest hater in the room.
There he
How
is,
you
right
doing?
there.
What do we got over here? Cup of
haters.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, actually, you know what? If WWE had to send anybody
Crash
over to
Walker
Pro Wrestling
Skywalker.
Noah to go like just get better, they have a training facility. It's like, yeah, obviously that didn't work for Omos. Like, I think he needs a little something different, and I think that this is like, you know what? Fuck! Oh my God, this is a fucking Netflix movie. A fucking 7 foot like Nigerian giant. Send him to Japan and just see like, imagine him sleeping on a bed over there in Japan. Aren't they already smaller than like
Small-ass
normal?
apartments
Yeah,
and
imagine
shit.
him just wrecking women over there. It's gonna be insane.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
They'll be paralyzed.
Wait, you know the picture of Andre? With
Yeah.
he's gonna have him just lined up on his cock, just sitting there.
Right. Okay. Ladies and
Like a
gentlemen.
tree branch.
There's gonna be like
We have
4 women in
recorded-
wheelchairs behind him.
No. We've recorded to the end of our time as usual. We have to get out of here before Woody says anything else extremely unhinged. But of course, as always, stay tuned to our Instagram, suplex.worldwide or svw.worldwide, excuse me. Follow our other store, svw.orlando. Make sure to hit that website, suplexsvw.com. We are still doing 20% off vintage tees, on-card figures, and memorabilia.
To the end of the year.
Till the end of the year. Hit us on TikTok, svw.worldwide. Watch Grappling with the Gilmans. Watch Suplex and Chill. Watch Mystery Violence Theater.
Get
And
tapped
watch out
in.
for that Patreon coming soon. And
Happy holidays.
happy holidays,
we're at-
everyone.
Yeah, next time we see you, we'll be in
Happy
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
See you next year.
Oh, God.
Is there any other like
On a
On a
holidays
serious
this
note,
year?
we've had a great year. We thank you guys so much for being part of that. We thank you guys for listening to the pod, always tuning in. We've had some great moments, and just more to come.
Congratulations, Woody, again.
Congratulations to Woody.
Thank
And
you.
with
Hater
that,
of the year.
let's get out of here.
Stephen Flo.
I'm excited for the Netflix series of called like Run Through the Omos to Asia.
Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Steven.
Steven.
I got one fox of a wife. Woo!
The hater of the year makes me think of the Dave Chappelle skit with all the haters.
Yeah.
It's like, someone give Roman's mom some food in her dish. Thank you very much.
Crazy.
I'm out of here.
It's insane. Good night.